Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Defect run. On this channel, I have my recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Have a pretty spicy one today. One of the stranger Act 1s that I've ever had, and then subsequently, one of the stranger runs I've ever had. Having a look. Could go left, take the early campfire before the second elite, and then I'm considering going this way, taking 3 elites, which is normally not my jam, but I think maybe with this early shop, with the big gold, I'll be strong enough. I'm trying to accept the fact that despite my experience, Defect is supposed to be good in Act 1, other than Gremlin Nub, and trying to actually make that happen. Floor 1 is a claw here. I'm gonna take the reinforced body though, a good block card. Go for the eyes might have actually been better, to be honest. 0 cost, weaken, excellent. Hope to find the dual cast again. Didn't find it, but found reinforced body instead. A nice consolation prize. And we can kill this turn. Energy pot, another claws here, could have had double claw already. Consider a streamline, but hoping that this shop gives me enough power that I won't need a streamline, take a rebound instead. Streamline's a bit clunky, but it does do the most damage on paper. And a third claw, by the way. Sorry, claw lovers. But I just uploaded a claw run like this week, so go watch that instead. Take the orrery, and there's a buffer and an echo form on floor 3. That's crazy. And so already we're doing buffer echo form. If we play echo form and then buffer with buffer upgraded, that's 4 stacks of buffer. And hoping to survive after taking these insanely greedy picks. So gonna be taking some more block. I even take a leap here. And there's a static discharge as well, which is good against some enemies. We are against the Jardian here. So that's a pretty good damage outlet, in theory. And I was considering fusion, apparently. But no, take a leap. That's fine. A bit early for storm as well. You're already so greedy. No need to be making a lightning orb. And the fact that the self-repair is in the shop is so incredibly huge. Of course, with Echo Form, you can double the self-repair, the healing for quite a lot after you've established yourself in a fight. The main problem with Echo Form is that you take too much damage putting it in play. And self-repair perfectly synergizes with that. Not only is it offsetting the damage that you take playing Echo Form, it also gets doubled by the Echo Form, healing you for twice the amount. It's absolutely beautiful. And I take a really early turbo here. It seems pretty good. So I get first card Steam Barrier there, have to risk it again on the Writhe, and then I also find Amplify immediately. So now we have 3 rares in our deck on floor 5. And Amplify is a bit sus, usually, but it's good this turn. And I even use Energy Pot here, weave in a strike, and get to save one of the buffer charges. So a very unusual match game, not sure I've ever first clicked 2 different cards before. It's very unlikely. Play Echo Form, lose a buffer charge. So I could play the self-repair now, but I could just double to defend and then hope to draw the self-repair again later and double it then. As, you know, the health is permanent health, whereas the block is only for this turn. So discarding the defend there, or not double playing the defend, is kind of like losing 5 health in some sense. Assuming we get to actually play the self-repair again. We have 27 cards in this draw pile, so we may not actually get there. I didn't mean to do that. I thought the first hit would double on the middle one there, but I actually got the lightning orb proc on it, which made Echo Form not go off. Then I striked the one on the right twice, and that ended up doing more damage than I signed up for, so that was a mistake. Upgrade a buffer, of course. twice as good, and Echo Form on turn 1 against Revelnob. Oh boy, it's happening. We do have Echo Form in play, no need to play Amplify. No damage here. Good thing we have this buffer. Can even double play Self Repair. Gremlinob is no threat here. Rebound to strike, play another zap. Playing skills only really matters if you can actually take damage. And we get a meal tickets. And there's a creative AI. We also found a frozen egg, by the way, upgrading all future powers. An excellent relic on the defect. And creative AI plus is offered. So 4th rare, I had floor 8. And I don't take it, sorry. But yeah, creative AI there is so insanely greedy. And look at this fight. Definitely happy we had chill here instead of creative AI, of course. We already have Echo Form. We really don't need any more scaling in Act 1 here. Way ahead of schedule already. So, creative AI will come up, but not yet. And we found a meal ticket as well, which will heal us for 15 health every time we enter a shop. And bronze scales, reflecting 3 damage whenever we are attacked. Once again, thank God for this buffer. And we're very happy to find this bronze scales. We're not doing a lot of damage yet, and we're doing a lot of scaling, so just having this free damage from bronze scales is very nice. And we made it through. Heal for 14. Considering a Tempest, a way to deal damage, we have Aggregate and Turbo in our deck already. I take a Barrage though instead. I'm being boring here, unfortunately. I was on like a many defect loss streak in this run, and I was sort of losing my sanity as well as trying to win at the same time. So taking some responsible decisions, but also just accepting the chaos when it's being forced upon me. So I think I do tend to not get creative enough as defect, whereas I can on other characters more reliably. You know, if I don't find exactly what I'm looking for as a defect, then I tend to just lose. But it just means I'm not quite appreciating the power of things that I should be, I think. I know what the obvious good cards are, but what about the other cards? They're certainly supposed to do something, and that's what I'm here to find out. Core Surge is here, so that's another rare, by the way. What are the odds? And yep, found a shop here as well, with a question mark. And there's a glacier here. There is another shop coming up here, and I may want to save my money, but boy is this glacier insane. But wouldn't it be sad to walk into the next shop and find that orange pellets or clockwork souvenir are there, and we have Echo Form and whatnot, and wouldn't be able to take Bias Cog without it being insane. So we go here and find Prismatic Shard instead. Sadly, it's very bad here. I would love to click Shard. Happy Pride Month, by the way. But I wanted to win, and boys, it's so insanely bad here. Defect powers are quite good. Looking for heat sinks, looking for defrags, Bias Cogs. Do not want to be seeing other classes here. That's for sure. Just card move on. I do really wish I had that glacier from the last shop. Very sad. And a big gray slimes here. Aggregate, huge. So yeah, I wasn't mentioning my card awards earlier, I apologize, but taking some early energy when you have such a huge, thick, girthy deck like Echo Form Buffer, it's okay to start taking those energy cards a bit earlier than God intended. I forgot about the double here. I didn't mean to split at exactly half health, essentially. Whoops. The worst split you'll ever see. But it's okay. We have 4 buffer charges, and we are 2 scaled for these poor slimes. And another creative AI. Didn't we just find Core Surge like 2 floors ago? Like every single one of these rare card chances have been like less than 10% chance to see a rare at all. And we also found one in the shop and in the matching game. And 2 from Ori. That's crazy, what I want to say, of course. What are the odds? So, Echo Form on turn 1 against Jardian. And gonna take some damage, actually. Double could play Creative AI, so we do in fact take the Creative AI. It was so aggressively shoving it down my throat, I just had to take it, you know? So I don't think I've ever had a deck with Creative AI and Echo Form and Buffer Plus all in it in the Act 1 boss fight, but here we are. Gonna lose all 4 buffer stacks to this hit. I want to play Buffer, it seems, because it's gonna hit me for 36 again next turn, and I might not be able to get out. Just play my powers, it's fine. I double the turbo, I want to play a bunch of powers. Still not splitting. This is definitely the longest I've ever gone without splitting the Guardian as well. A lot of firsts for me here. And as you can see, the energy cards are now diabolically good. I'm saving the self-repair for later to double it. That saves me like 2 health or something. But why not? And eventually, hopefully, we'll find another Echo Form. There we go. It's actually relatively likely. I just let it go this time, actually. Oh, I already did have to play another Echo Form, I see. So, yep, block. And then play self-repair, of course. Wow, what a crazy deck. Generating 5 powers a turn against Guardian was not on my bingo card. And I can double Bias Cog. And we are preventing one of the minus debuffs there, which is nice, but probably not even important. Keep drawing these voids. Oof. Found a Storm, so I'm gonna make a million lightning orbs. Now Storm is good. It would turn out. And Creative AI Plus is here again. Does the Madman actually click on it? Of course he does. And we need energy so desperately, even with Aggregate and Turbo. I'm gonna take a Cursed Key here. And we also found a Toy Ornithopter, don't know when that happened, but that'll heal us for 5 whenever we use a potion. So quite a lot of sustain. We have Self-Repair in our deck upgraded with Echo Form. And we have Meal Ticket and Toy Ornithopter. And that's going to be very important because we have an insanely greedy deck. So one of the rare instances where we may win without Bird Face Turn or Mummified Hand with Creative AI in your deck and Echo Form. Those relics are quite good. Many of my Defect wins involve having specifically Bird Face Turn or Meal in the Bone, as I tend to perhaps be building wrong or playing wrong in the sense that I take more damage than I should be. Not clear. Obviously, I'm still trying to get better. And the buffers, of course, are excellent against Spheric Jardian. Letting us scale. This time I only wanted to play 1 Bias Cog, just in case. So I double play my other cards first, so I only play 1 Bias Cog. Should have played Aggregate here first, like when doubled, I mean. It's fine though. Also, do we fight Wokebird this run? Place your bets now. Hey, it's Heat Sinks Plus. That's pretty good. I'll be taking that, thank you. Upgrade all. Not amazing here, but I'm interested in upgrading my defense. And like, once we have every power in play, the fact that we have strikes in our deck doesn't even matter because we're adding like 5 powers a turn to our hand. Of course, the strikes being in your deck makes you draw those cards less reliably in the first place, which is the main problem, but still, the upgrade all is quite good. Upgrading your defense in particular is rather strong. And the looter is running already. That's fine. Just want to take as little damage as possible. I can kill the right one. Could have killed the left one here, but I wasn't positive I'd be able to then kill the right one next turn. The right one blocks for more when it does the thing. I ditched Fire Potion, that's absolutely unhinged, and I realized it immediately. Fire Potion's an excellent potion to snipe off an elite. And we already have Bronze Scales, so the Liquid Bronze wasn't as important, I suppose. Although it does obviously do the same thing, doubled. We're essentially doubling the effect of it. And Snake Plant's here to ruin our day. Could use the Liquid Bronze here, of course, but hopefully saving that for a Book of Stabbing would be nice. And I'm probably going to try to save Self-Repair again. Obviously, playing Auto Shield is just better here anyway. Like, we might heal for the 2, but we also might draw the Self-Repair again later. Healing us for 8 overall, in that case. And we reshuffle for Aggregates. Huge. Play Creative AI, draw 2 cards. And Static Discharge, of course. And I'm looking for this freaking Self-Repair. It's being elusive, and we have a Bronze Scale, so it's going to die soon, unfortunately. I should be playing... I see. If I didn't... I was trying to double it, and that's a bit greedy. I should have just played Heat Sinks, and that would be only 1 energy, would have drawn me more, and then I could have played other cards and whatnot. And into a shop here. Defrag Plus is here, and I'm going to click that over the Capacitor relic. We really, really want that focus. And it's a power for our Heat Sinks Plus. It can get doubled with Echo Form. And of course, we can always find capacitors from the Creative AIs. And defrag costs a lot less, notably. And we got the Bandits. Drew Amplify a buffer on turn 1 again. It's crazy. I do manage to full block Pointy here, which is good. But it's only going to hit me twice. It's going to die to the Bronze Scales. I mean, it always hits twice anyway. But I mean, it's going to die after it hits me. Still 1 more buffer charge, so hope to either kill Romeo here or full block. Manage to full block his hit and then lose a buffer charge. Now I can kill Romeo. So no Echo Form involved. We are taking no damage to Bandits here. That's a very good sign for us. May take damage here. Take 10. And then the Self-Repair essentially removes that. Echo Form, literally bottom card. But it's fine. And also no Electro in this whole fight. Found it right at the end. Electro was not in our deck, of course. Take another chill. That's excellent. Some fast block for our insanely greedy deck. Definitely happy to see that. And of course, the red mask from the Bandits will apply 1 weaken to all enemies at the start of each combat. Amplify Echo Form is diabolical, but buffer not amazing here with the bird hitting us multiple times, perhaps, although it's dying to Bronze Scales right now. So, definitely questionable to not play buffer. But I wanted the Echo Form, of course, it's fun. And double defrags in play, so we're taking no damage this turn. Shouldn't have played Chill there. All it did was shuffle a Daze into my deck. Foolish. I really wanted the Frost Orbs, I guess, but I could have probably killed this turn with that Electro play. Electro would have done... If I doubled Electro, it would have done... God knows how much damage. 7 times 4 plus 3. 31? I think. These are trash, I think. A little bit late for all these just commons that aren't doing a lot. And I skip this chest. I have a cursed key. I'm not interested in adding a curse to my deck at the moment. Could have been a mummified hand in that chest. I know someone out there is screaming. What are the odds of that, guys? Come on. And we have metallicized gremlin leader here, and notably these very first gremlins also have the metallicize. And there's a wizard who is charging up. So we are rather scared right now. I can't even do damage to it here. It has the 6 metallicize and the 10 block from the war cry thing that leader does. And still can't kill it. Gonna be blocking for a lot here. Out blocking gremlin wizard, of course. And it's gonna buff again. That's not good. So now we have to kill this thing. And we have to block. So I could double the strike. That's not quite killing. I think I want to play the zap. So doubling the zap would evoke 2 frost orbs. Blocking for a lot. And hopefully can then kill with the lightning orbs. Got lucky with the lightning orb there. Or I should say I didn't get unlucky with the lightning orb there. And we hit that one. I had to go for that basically, or I was going to die because I was just too far behind. So if there was some chance the run was lost right here, but we made it through with the power of lightning orb RNG. I really hate that. If I could choose one thing to not be the case in this game, it's that lightning orbs are random. I really, really don't like that. I don't know how they could have done it differently, but that RNG feels so bad so often. And I let a couple buffer charges go there, so I need to make sure that I block for enough here. I don't have heat sinks in play. I think I thought I did, but it's okay. Take 21 and then lose 2 buffer charges. Block for 21 and then take 2 buffer charges, I mean. And now we have Electro in play. It's very, very good, so we can kill with ease. But it's hitting us again, very rude. So we're going to have to kill here or die, basically. We did find a Barrage. And Barrage, excellent, of course. Cold Snap, Zap, Barrage will kill. Especially with considering the lightning orbs here. Overkilling for quite a lot. We get a Sundial. Every third shuffle of our deck will give us 2 energy. Our deck is rather large, and we're going to be adding a bunch of trash powers to our deck that make it even bigger. It's going to be hard to shuffle this deck a lot of times, unfortunately. There's a hologram here. Hologram is good deck manipulation stuff. Can get a card back. And we do have a shop coming up, but I still don't want to lose either of those other 2 things, so I lose 87 gold, and we get a Lizard Tail, which will revive us the first time we die with 50% life. And that's excellent, of course. Acting as some sustain, some second life. And as the defect, you know, it's so easy to get that on the scaling front, but on the not dying front, it's very tough sometimes. So having that as insurance, very happy about that. Place your bets now. Will we actually ever lose the Lizard Tail or not? And ouch! So we can block for 12. I played second creative AI over blocking for 10, essentially. I lost both buffer charges there. And we want to kill it quickly here. Definitely want to play the Storm. Now, unfortunately not drawing cards here, but blocked for quite a lot with those Frost Orbs. Gonna take some damage from the Bronze Scales, and then hopefully we can get out now. Echo Form not in this fight. We managed to play 1 self-repair, and we get an Eternal Feather healing us for 3 for each 5 cards in our deck whenever we visit a rest site. And that's very exciting. means we don't have to rest anymore, really. And even more sustain for our insanely greedy deck. So our relics are cooperating with us, perhaps a bit too much. It's like, alright dude, we've got enough of that. Maybe, you know, relics that actually do something other than heal me now. But I'm certainly not complaining. Imagine the mummified hand here, guys. Oh my goodness. This will be one for the books. Made it through the Chosen. Didn't play self-repair, sadly, but that's okay. We have a lot of sustain. About to go to a shop, I think. And double energy is excellent, of course. More energy for our heat sinks deck. And look at that. There's a mummified hand here, unfortunately. I keep clicking on it, but for some reason it's just not giving it to me, so gonna have to move on, unfortunately. Yeah, that's very, very sad. And we're full health going into the boss fight here without any effort involved. Weren't we just at 38 a second ago? I believe so. And I upgrade double energy. Really just hoping to play it and then pop off with heat sinks and play every single power in my deck and win afterwards. So we are strong. We're sort of missing damage, but it's seeming to not matter. Maybe there's some wisdom involved here. I don't even play Chill, I save it for later. I'm already full blocking with the reinforced body. Makes sense. Look at that double energy go, my god. There's Echo Form. Gonna play that and possibly take some damage here. I weaken. Shout out to Frost Prime. The Collector. There's a buffer. I would like to save the buffer to double it again as well. I could have just go for the eyes on the when I was 3 health there. Missed a bit of damage there. Storm is here. It's go time. Amplify the buffer plus. Turbo Electro. Should have done the Electro first, actually, because I missed some damage, as my orbs were not hitting both targets. Small mistake. Small mistake. And boy, do we have 6 buffer charges. I don't think it's going to matter at all. Make that 7, actually. Make that 8. Oh, it's dead. Okay. So poor Collector, man. That was a brutal experience to watch. And we find Electro Plus, an excellent card going into Act 3. Rectomancer exists. We would love to have that. Huge lightning, reliably. And a 5th energy. We are so into energy here, of course. And we also found a fairy in a bottle, which is huge, which will revive us if we die yet again, but only at 30% health. But of course, any sort of that effect is excellent, and we can just keep these potions till the heart and keep them for that fight, making sure that we essentially can't die at all. With Lizard Tail and Fairy in a Bottle, how can it possibly go wrong? And unfortunately cannot kill this Exploder here. It's kind of unusual, but it's okay. In the block for a little bit here. And we have Self-Repair in play. So this is an awkward fight, of course. Definitely not according to plan to have no buffer charges against the Exploder and also not be able to kill it. That is unlikely. But it's all good. We have so much sustain here. So I'm thinking about self-repair, but I already played that, so now I just play my cards. I think I was trying to put Echoform in play and then double it, so I was not playing Lightning Orbs, but then I was like, wait a second, I already did that. Whoops. Bit of a silly goose moment from yours truly. Happens. Second holograms here, not sure how into that I am. In this deck. Kind of seems like we're just playing a billion powers. Hologram unupgraded gets in the way. And this fight is definitely scary. Definitely, definitely. Considered using Capacitor Pot. This might be the hardest fight of their whole run. We found it pretty early in the act. So I want to block for 21. But that seems ambitious. Oh wow. I actually got there exactly. And managed to block the full 26 hit with the buffer, so that was very good, actually. And I even get to reinforce body for a lot. This fight is going well. How is this fight going better than Exploder? I don't understand, but it is. Could have considered just playing Cold Snap there instead of Echoform. But it's whatever, made it through. And we get a Dead Branch, which will add a random card to our hand whenever we exhaust. I wasn't actually sure if I wanted this. It's a little too Clown Fiesta for me. But it's obviously good, of course. It doesn't even matter what's in our deck, like I said, when we have all of our stuff in play, and it can help adding some nice random cards to your hand during the earlier parts of the fight. So of course we take it. It's objectively correct. But it does make the run very strange, like even more strange than it already was. Pretty good with double energy and whatnot. Chill. Big. I have turbo actually. And heat sinks is in play, so this is going to be a good turn. This is what we want. Right here. Heat sinks is actually so crazy. Sometimes you get the frozen egg thing. It's because I'm not really considering frozen egg a massive high roll anymore. I used to, you know, you're playing the defect, you see frozen egg, pog. But Birdface Urn is the actual nuts. You don't need every power to be upgraded. Like, it's good. But you just take the good powers and you upgrade them yourself. Generally speaking. So the fact that they're all upgraded is not of too much importance. It's obviously still great, I'm not saying it's not, but Birdface Urn knows what actually like wins you the run when you find it. And Mummified Hand. Excellent energy cheating. Taking the Pile Driver for some draw. Want to be able to dig a little bit in the first part. And it's a little bit more damage as well. And also upgrade Cool Headed. So now we have 5 energy, double energy, turbo in our deck. These sort of cards can just start aggressively adding draw, essentially, and just draw. And doesn't matter really what we're doing. Once we have double creative AI Echoform in play, we're good. So I just want to find cards that draw towards them. 5 energy is so much energy. Was looking for some block here or some draw, but whiffed. Gonna take 5. Find the Bias Cog. And I wanted to double the Bias Cog. I also wanted to Core Surge. So that's a bit awkward. So the Core Surge, after the fact, will prevent the focus minus happening for 1 turn. And then go away. Should've... No, this was right. I didn't have the orb slots until playing Capacitor. I was thinking about Cold Snap first, but that was wrong. And I'd like to do some damage, please. Thank you, Electro. I actually love... Like, there's some people who I think feel like... You know, claw decks and like attack-focused defect decks are cooler. And they are, like, more interesting because, you know, taking defrag and bias cog is kind of what defect wants to do or something. I think the orb thing is just so sick and, like, cooler than, like, anything in any game. And I love that it's just the right thing to do. I think it's good that they designed the character to be like, this is what you want to do, and you have these other weird options that you can do sometimes. I think it's great design that the orb thing is the main thing, because it's such a cool mechanic. And we get to bottle a Heatsinks Plus. That's very exciting. So that's going to make our turn ones a lot better. If we find Heatsinks in any power, we can just start going right from the start. And we have a bit, perhaps too little draw still, it seems. Ending turn 1 with 10 energy, and no cards in our hand. Take a bit of damage from Spire Growth here. Double a defrag, probs. Or a chill. Chill may give more block overall. Not sure about that. Now we're good. Play the self-repair twice. My god, we have so much energy. This is definitely the defect, like, dream. This is what you want to be doing. This is how you want it to feel when you're playing the character. I had a run that died in Act 3 earlier that was, like, unthinkable that it even lived that long, and then died a Giant Head with, like, 300 health remaining on Giant Head. Just no possible way to scale. I had no focus at all. And then some runs look like this instead. It's kind of crazy. Another defrag process here. Apotheosis is here. Do I take that? Seems a bit weird, but we have a lot of unupgraded cards. The powers are all upgraded, but the rest of the cards aren't. And I remove Decay. Apotheosis, sure. We also have Dead Branch, it'll give us a random card. Seems fair enough. And rather interestingly, it will upgrade all cards created by Dead Branch and all powers created by Creative AI if they're already in our deck. And so that could be an interesting interaction as well. We could choose to wait on the Apotheosis till later. Something I considered for sure. Looking for Electro, of course. Digging for Electro. Can just full block this, apparently. Seems cool. Oh, I can kill that. Nice. Very good. Shouldn't have rebounded the defend. That's a mistake. Keep going. There's Electro. We did it! There's a bias cog as well. We have an artifact charge. Wow! So this is why you take Electro, of course. Excellent card in the fights where there are very threatening multiple enemies. Gotta get those dealt with. Find a Strawberry for 7 max health. Trash cards. Already have a compile driver. Could be pickable. We're not making any orb other than lightning and frost, and we often only have one of each, or like only one of them, I mean. So 2 cards at most, but usually 1 card. And we have heat sinks, drawing us a billion cards now, all with a bottle. Before I was interested in drawing towards the heat sinks, but now we have it in our opening hand every single fight. No need to add more cards to just say draw that aren't heat sinks or powers, because heat sinks is more than enough. Heat sinks is insane. The frozen egg upgrading the heat sinks for you is probably the best thing it does, because it's hard to upgrade the heat sinks and your defrags and bias cogs and whatnot. Capacitors, loops, those powers sort of demand upgrades, and so the heat sinks can be tough to get upgraded. A lot of the time when you see a heat sinks plus sort of run, it's because of frozen egg being involved. Could have doubled something else other than Apotheosis Storm. I didn't mean to double it, I think. I forgot about Echo Form for a moment. It is fine, though. Goodbye, Echo Form. Always a sad day when you have to pitch Echo Form to the Ethereal. And Recycle is so insane with the Dead Branch and a lot of high-cost cards in our deck will give us some energy. And we even find Mind Bloom, which is perfect, and it's Slime Boss as well. And with buffer charges in our deck and Electrodynamics. Going to be the easiest Slime Boss you've ever seen, other than Watcher in Act 1 killing it, of course. Get it as low as I can without splitting. Unfortunate turn here, had to cut it short early here with no draw, no powers. Get down to 34 still though. No need to mess around here like I am. Having a bit of fun. But it is just play cards and you're out. GG's. And we find a thread and needle, giving us 4 plated armor in each fight. That'll be pretty good. Sounds like the Mind Bloom music is a bit bugged here. Still going. Does the game not realize it's dead? There we go. Auto shield's cooking, of course. Love that guy. Double the Echo Form, of course. I love me some Echo Form. I am a Timmy player, I think. Big card fun. Put in play, have a good time. Not that that, you know, applies to deck building games necessarily, I don't think, but there's some crossover. Of course, cards like Flash of Steel are going to apply, or are going to appeal to different people than a card like Deva Form, all of the form cards except Wraith Form, really. And like Meteor Strike and whatnot. These big girthy cards are very cool. We find another bottle, Bottled Flame this time, and Capacitor, of course, getting clicked on. Excellent card. And we have so many powers. Surely we can dodge Wokebird one time here. Considering bottling something, but nah. No attacks necessary. We have Compile Driver. Or we have Heat Sinks, I mean. Taking some damage here to Donodeka, unfortunately. They're not being very nice, so we're not drawing a lot of block. There's Reinforced Body. But I gotta play that Echo Form, of course. So I'm just putting all my flowers in play. I don't actually care at all. Should have played Go for the Eyes. obviously. That was a weird one. Found a buffer. We win! Core Surge is excellent, of course. We have so many chances to find Bias Cog from these creative AIs. Slowly tanking up. Calipers will be good here. Look at this aggregate go. We took this in Act 1, right? And I can recycle an X cost card, doubling my current energy. Huge. We are making a lot of energy, and it still sometimes doesn't feel like quite enough. Kinda crazy. Reboot's gonna be good here. Found that from Dead Branch, it seems. Oh, we got a storm, actually. Yes, sir. Keep it going. If only we had, like, ice cream or something. We're ending our turn with so much energy so often. That probably should have been cool-headed. Oh, never mind, we had 2 discharges. I was not interested in more draw. Do it, multicast again. Multicast is not in our deck, by the way. Dead Branch is being naughty right now. It's not even good, we have 21 energy. It looks cool. But boy, does it not matter. There's another multicast, by the way. What the heck is going on here? And we've done it. On to Wokebird, of course. How can it be anything else? I actually, like, I was just like, when I saw this. It's every time. I cannot catch a break on this guy. And, like, I didn't think I was dead or anything, but I was still just annoyed. I was like, why does it have to be every single run? I should have perhaps recycled on Reinforced Body before playing cards here. If it was in my hand. I may have drawn into it. But now that I've spent so much energy, the recycle on the Reinforced Body doesn't actually do anything. I was probably considering playing the Reinforced Body, but ended up not. Already taking 14 times 4. We have to play as Electro, there's no way around that. So it's taking 10, maybe that 15 if I play Zap. Oof, goodbye Echo Form. Just dual cast. I was not doing math here. Maybe didn't need the dual cast because I took 10 over my amount of block for a buffer charge. Or, I mean, I only had 10 block for the 18 hit, something like that. So, essentially, I did not do math and generate the correct amount of block there. When I could have. Math is for nerds, of course. Still playing powers, have to. Just what we're doing, of course. And want to find this bias cog. Eventually. There's amplified defrag, which is insane. Can buffer as well. That's double buffer and double defrag. It's massive, it's enormous, it's huge. And hologram the barrage for a lot of damage. Got a claw going. Now get rid of a creative AI. Too many powers for the Woodward, probably. Could have just let it go away, though, and drawn it later after I split. For more funsies. It's not going to be important, really. And unfortunately, bad hand. I don't want to play the Static Discharge, really. So I am taking 1, and maybe I should have played Discharge because I'm taking 1, which means I lose a buffer charge. And I knew I was taking 1. I just let it go anyway. But losing a buffer charge for no reason like that is, you know, I mean, not no reason, but in a possibly avoidable situation, losing it there is questionable, of course. And this is going to be the last turn it hits me. Do I have lethal here? I'm actually not sure. If I played dual cast right there, then cold snap, maybe. I don't see it though. I did find the Echo form after all. Play the Bias Cog after splitting, of course. And now we're good. Should be totally fine now. Echo form is back. Big barrage, my god. I think I played Rebound here thinking it was Headbutt. It is not Headbutt. There's a Storm. Can just play that. Do some damage. Nothing in there really. Should actually grab the Void if I don't do that. Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Goodbye, Wookbird. So not too bad. A little bit scary for sure, but Buffer in particular makes that fight like doable. It lets you get away with like one of the multi-hits. The multi-hit turns are really only what matter, which happens once every 3 turns. Unless it does it on turn 2 randomly. So if you just can like Echo Form Buffer plus and tank the full multi-hit with Buffer plus, then scale, then you're usually good. It can be definitely spooky though, and Electro is pretty important to kill the cultists as well. And Storm plus is now here. I can't really afford card move plus anything else good. I could buy Artifact Pot now that I did that, which is great. And Storm plus to go along with our Heat Sinks. So now that we have Heat Sinks bottled, we'll love a Storm plus, reliably giving us a power in our opening hand to start chaining. Definitely pretty good. So a great turn 1 unusually against the Act 4 Elite here. I generally tend to get absolutely brutalized by this fight, but we're doing it to him here. And considering playing Equilibrium to save my hand, but this hand actually sucks. So I don't want to do that. Only take 10, luckily. And turning around involves playing Compile Driver, but I could play all of this stuff instead. Oh, it's just dead. Beautiful. And I already played Self-Repair, so up to full health. So this fight went unusually well. This is usually a bit of a nemesis for the Defect, but in this case, we are so strong now, actually. We've made it through with our greedy deck, and we are now doing the thing. I passed on a second Storm. I don't want 2 Lightning Orbs whenever I play a power, necessarily. I want the Frost Orbs to exist, to be able to exist if I want. And we did find a Pocket Watch, which means if we played only 3 or less cards in a turn, we would draw 3 extra cards next turn. Then I immediately disobey the Pocket Watch, playing 4 cards there. Actually, possibly a mistake if one of those cards wasn't important. I'm not actually sure though. And get my Echo Form in play. I did use Artifact Pot just to prevent the vulnerable. Very, very huge You love to not get vulnerable there. That's blocked for 22 already. Another 15 here as well. 37 total, it seems. And then we can always play Core Surge after the fact to hopefully block the Focus minus debuff from a Bias Cog later. And of course, we're never really feeling any huge danger here. We have a Lizard Tail still and a Fairy in a Bottle still. And so if we die at any point, we'll revive. Imagine a robot comes in and makes a copy of himself and then turns into a neural network, starts generating a bunch of random powers, has a fairy in a bottle on him, and a lizard tail. And you're just a heart, you don't even know what's going on. Poor heart, honestly. Got me feeling bad for the heart here. Ooh, hologram is actually interesting. Could get creative AI, perhaps. Put that bad boy in play. I just want to keep drawing, it seems. I do have 3 orbs, unusually, 3 different orbs. So I can keep going here. Could have played the other turbo as well and gone to 12 energy. I'm not sure why I didn't. I didn't believe, I guess, or maybe I knew I had fishing coming up, so like no need to do all that. Put a void in my deck for no reason. I seem pretty locked in, so I believe in my decision, but I don't know why I did it. And I want this Frost Orb to be in the front-ish. We only have 1 stack of loop, and we should be blocking for enough either way. And we're hoping that it does not multi-hit us here, so we have 2 buffer charges, so we'd love for those to actually do something. And it does indeed do big attack, which is great. So we can just play cards this turn, whatever. And then not full block, not worry about it. Use a buffer charge. All good. I'm definitely disappointing some people by not playing this creative AI, I apologize. It seems I'm trying to win, so I'm not playing a super greedy card that I don't have to play, it seems. It's actually not that good in this fight, really. The turn the fight shouldn't last that many turns. We have to kill it faster rather than scale harder. Just play the cheaper powers, make Lightning Orb with Storm. Seems good. Can play it eventually. And I want this Frost Orb to hang around still, it seems. For next turn, I want it to be looping. Double Void is a bit unfortunate. And we can't go for the eyes, or we can't weaken it with go for the eyes, as it has 2 artifact charges. Just play it now. I'm trying to dig through my whole deck in order to reshuffle to play this aggregate, but couldn't get there. I could have actually played Creative AI to draw with Heat Sinks. What was in my deck again? So take 30, it's fine. I knew I was living just barely, and even if we weren't, then I would just prop Fairy in a Bottle. All good. And it took a lot of damage on its own turn there from our Static Discharge and the Bronze Scales, that's what it's called. So I couldn't finish it off there, but got there this turn, of course. And unusually long timer there. I actually had to take a break there, so I cut out some of that 7 minutes of me AFK. But yep, about an hour long. Pretty good run, very cool, very strange Act 1, getting a lot of rare cards that were very greedy, normally suicidal to click on, and we managed to take all of them and win anyway. And after trying to play correctly for several hours and losing over and over. So there's obviously a lot that I have to learn, and I hope you learned something as well. Thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day. Also like and subscribe.